Hey guys, have you ever tried saving up for something simple, like a new outfit, but end up taking saving money way too far? Maybe at first you were putting a few dollars aside, but now that you've reached your goal, you realize that you actually like saving money. And now you're kind of addicted, and now instead of getting the clothes from a normal store, you go and look behind local mall dumpsters and try jumping into those. Today we're going to talk about people who take saving money to the extreme. These are not people who just can't afford to live day by day, but rather people who just choose to live in poverty, even though they can financially support themselves. I'm not a financial advisor, just someone who loves exploring money stories from people online and sharing my own experiences as well. So sit back, relax, and let's talk about when saving turns into something a little too serious. Okay, so this is going to be the first video.
Here, made you some tuna fish.
Oh, great.
No, I don't think Amy has actually ever fed anyone cat food, but I wouldn't put it past her to try.
Tuna fish for people, 89 cents. Cat food for cats, 59 cents. I just saved 30 cents.
Okay, if that first one is real, I know this is based off like extreme cheapsteaks, so I know a lot of it is inflated. That would be insane to feed somebody cat food, especially without their consent. Do you see that face right there? That's the face of someone evil. Yeah, if somebody fed me cat food, I would immediately block them and cut them out of my life. That's crazy.
For cotton swabs, Chris will use one end, and then when she's done, I'll use the other.
With the deodorant, we actually share that too, and we're only allowed one wipe per armpit.
What? One wipe per armpit?
And so when we do that, it can serve as deodorant. We share our toothbrush, so we don't have to buy another toothbrush.
That's disgusting. I think you're going to worsen your cavity situation by sharing that.
We're so cheap that we share our tooth floss.
Oh, somehow I feel like that's worse. Sharing floss is somehow worse than a toothbrush because a floss goes in between your teeth. So that's even more detailed germs. That's disgusting.
Well, right now, I've got some clothes in Ziploc bags. I don't have to put them in the washing machine. It actually kills the bacteria by having them in here.
So he's claiming that he can keep his dirty, sweat-filled clothes in the fridge or the freezer, and that it's going to just magically remove the bacteria. I don't think that's how that works. I don't want to be around this man. I can only imagine what he smells like. That means...
That way I save on laundry detergent, I save on time, I don't have to use electricity to run my washing machine.
Also, at that point, why can't you hand wash the clothes? Just buy some soap and just wash it in a bucket and just hang it out to dry if you want to save on electricity.
This is a pair of jeans. Okay, this pair
I know when he opened that bag, a stench came out.
15 years ago. Look at that. Like brand new. I don't care. I don't care that some people might think that some of my habits are over the top now.
Okay, that man needs help. I'm a bit concerned for his actual health, like mentally and physically. So I'll give you some tips that I personally use in my day-to-day to help me save money. Okay, so when I online shop on Amazon, I put the items that I really want in the cart and I let them sit there for a day or two. And if I still want the item, then I'll go ahead and purchase it. If it's a very expensive item, I'll wait a week. But this is actually a really good habit because I found that I would end up not buying a lot of the items on day 2 because I'd realized it was just in the moment. It was just in a dopamine hit and it wasn't actually an item I could actually use long term that would benefit me. So I think a lot of people would benefit by waiting off on buying an item, but just putting it in the cart so you still feel like you won't forget about it in case you do actually need it. All right, now time to watch the next video. Okay, so she starts the video with her reusable boiling water. Okay, this is also from Extreme Cheapsteaks, like the last one.
Yes, I know it may be a little chunky, but it saves me from spending more money on my water bill by cutting on the
that was
water,
nasty.
putting more water in the pot, dumping it, and then doing it all over again.
Do you see that water?
So that
is disgusting.
Lunchtime. Come on, let's eat.
What is the spaghetti hanging off the plate for? Can you not even... I mean, okay, it's just kids. It doesn't really matter. But I mean, like, at the same time, that's the least of our concerns with realizing how unsanitary that meal actually is. That's putting the kids' health in jeopardy.
When are you gonna change that water?
I'll change it in due time. Just don't rush me, because the more you ask me that, the longer I have to keep it.
What is she talking about? The longer, so she's holding a grudge? Like, how? I would never feed that to my kids. That's insane.
I am able to make the most of every food and drink that we have in this house by reusing.
I understand getting your money's worth, you know? I use a spoon too and get like the last out of the jar of like jam or whatever, but you would not catch me acting like this. Okay, my main issue with that one in the last video with the mom is because she's directly feeding it to her kids. I don't know why that husband is allowing that to go on. Like, if you want to eat your own poison, you can do that. But there's no way you're feeding my kids that. That's insane. And also, I'm also confused because I feel like there is a way to boil water and make it clean. But if you look back in that video, and it was not clean.
Yes, I know it may be a little chunky, but
And what do you mean chunky? It's supposed to be water. Like, what is going on? Like that water, there's no way I'm letting my kids consume that. Because now I'm afraid if she's feeding them like that, are they even allowed to like take baths? Is she even bathing her children? Now that we saw a video of how someone could try saving money in a very bad method, I'm going to recommend a very healthier method where you can actually get the best bang for your buck. So when I do Christmas shopping, I actually do it a month earlier. Instead of December, I go with Black Friday in November. And I try to plan out all the gifts I can ahead of time, as well as I try to buy stuff in bulk if possible. Buying a pack of them will save you money instead of getting individual different gifts. Of course, you can still get individual gifts that are unique to each person, to how you know them. But don't overspend on Christmas and birthdays. That's another very big thing. I remember I used to think that the number meant something on Christmas. If I somehow spent a very low number, I was like, this is a very cheap gift. But that's not true at all. Just the thought of giving someone a gift, taking your time to write a letter, which I did last year, attached to the gift as well, using Black Friday gifts, is a very smart way to actually make the gift more memorable, because you didn't overspend and you also added your own personal touch of a message. Whenever I do my Christmas shopping the month earlier, not only do I save money, but I also have ease of mind knowing that everything's already done and I don't have to worry about all the deadlines of shipping dates and whatnot. And also, one other addition to that is that I also can do any revisions to a gift that I got and realize another one would be better. I can still return it because I have time. I think we only have one more video left. I'm pretty sure it's a troll, but I thought it'd be funny to include anyway.
What I make my family do to save money? First, we all share the same toothbrush. We don't buy more than one, and one toothbrush normally lasts us at least a year as a whole.
Okay, a year. I know she's not talking for real. That's insane. And also, did she say how big her family was? I need to go back.
Things that make my family do to save money. First, we all share the same toothbrush.
Okay, I hope her family is just herself, because that's insane. I have an electric toothbrush, so I change my cap at the first of every month. The idea of keeping one toothbrush for an entire year is already insane, as well as sharing that toothbrush. I'm like, you might be better off just not brushing your teeth if you had to share it with 8 other people.
Second, we don't use toilet paper. We use a Xylospongium, or we use reusable toilet paper.
I know, I did not just hear that. That is nasty.
Third thing is my family only flushes the toilet one time per week on Fridays because
Oh, okay, I know she's trolling. That is not real. I thought she could say one time per day. One time per week? I know that house stinks.
people underestimate how much it costs to flush. We buy our deodorant at thrift stores, and we all share the same one.
I don't understand this deodorant sharing thing. I feel like at that point, you should get a spray deodorant if you're going to share. It wouldn't be as bad. Oh yeah, also, if you really want to save money on not flushing toilets, then instead you should probably get a compost toilet, hoping that you actually own the house. Because if you're renting, depending on where you live, you can't just throw that crap outside.
We buy our deodorant at thrift stores.
Wait, how did I miss that she said we buy our deodorant at the thrift stores, meaning it's already used by somebody else? Are you kidding? Do they even sell that kind of items at thrift stores? I've never seen perishables like that. And that's just nasty.
We all share the same bathwater on Tuesdays and
Call the police. Bath water sharing.
over the fire, but we all use the same water, so we don't have to waste any money on water.
She needs to go to prison.
For family bath night, we use the same towel, which is our family bath towel. So
Oh.
To save money on water, I use my neighbor's water hose to fill up jugs, and I keep them to either wash with, wash our clothes with, or water my animals or garden with.
Is he just admitting to crimes at this point?
I collect dryer lint and dust from vacuums to make pillows with to save money on stuffing.
Okay, I can tell by the way she's smiling. This is already a joke. I could tell by the first one. But this would be actually insane if somebody had this mental capacity to do this.
That's just a few things. Can't wait to name some more next time.
Okay, that's crazy. All right, if that was actually real though, I would be concerned for her family. She didn't mention if she had kids or not, so I don't know if it's just her husband, and a dog. I feel bad for the dog then, because that would be animal abuse. But either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't use the techniques you saw in the video examples that we saw today. Use the general examples of this. Buying items only when you need them. Well, and taking advantage of deals that you see in store and also online. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Comment below if you have any other good saving tips for money that I could also benefit from. And I'll see you guys in another video.